Hello, this is Thogdad, and I've just realised that I absolutely hate Fantasy Premier League. Now, I got up this morning, I'm a businessman, I've got loads of calls to make, loads of emails to do, I've got some projections to do, and I've spent all morning playing bloody fantasy football. The Premier League is back, so think about your teams. Now, I did a video a few days ago, and I've completely changed my team since then, so I thought I'd do a quick and cheeky update. Now, there are 9 game weeks to go, and this is possibly the only double game week. So what I'm saying is, if you've not used your bench boost, think about using it in the next few hours. And I've decided in the last couple of days that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I've completely changed my team this morning, and I thought it fair to share some of this with you. Now, there's 4 teams who've got double game weeks. That is, of course, Arsenal, Aston Villa, Man City, and Sheffield United. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put on the geek glasses. You don't see them very often. And let's go through each of those 4 teams. Arsenal. Now, Aubameyang. This, for me, he's a guy who's got 152 points. He's going for the golden boot. He's got a lot of game time this season. If you've not got Aubameyang in your team, then possibly you're a bit of a mug. So he's going straight into my team. Of the rest of the Arsenal setup, Leno, the goalkeeper, I think that's a good cheapish way, 5 million, to get a piece of the Arsenal defence. Now, defensively, Arsenal have not been too brilliant this season, but Leno goes straight into my team. And then a third Arsenal player, for me, it's between Pepe, 9.3 million, and Ozil, 7.3 million. Now, Ozil in his last 3 games has got a goal and an assist. He's not had a great season. He's been missing for chunks of it. But I'm taking a risk on Ozil. Now, the question is, will he play the 2 games in this game week? I'm not sure, but I'm taking a risk on Ozil. If you've got the money, maybe go for Pepe. He's a little bit more expensive. But for me, Aubameyang, Leno, and Ozil. Moving on now to Aston Villa. And one man jumps off the page. That's Jack Grealish, and I'm thinking everyone's going to have him in their teams this game week and possibly for the rest of the season. So Jack Grealish, 6.4 million, an absolute banker. This man is dangerous. He gets goals, he gets assists. He's got 118 points this season. Who else? Well, for me, it's fairly obvious. John McGinn, 5.4 million, 61 points. But he picked up those points at about the same rate as Jack Grealish. So those 2 are going straight into my team as low-cost midfielders. Now, I thought about bringing in a defender. Target was my target man, sorry about that. But I've just got rid of Target because, quite honestly, this season, Villa have been shocking in defence. So I'm just going with the 2 midfielders. I'm not going to have a third Aston Villa player. Man City now, and this is really tough, and it's tough because of rotation. Pep likes to change things around. Now, will Aguero play? Will Kevin De Bruyne play? I think you really have to just guess this game week, and I'm going to go with my favourite player in the Premiership, if not in the world, Kevin De Bruyne. I think he'll get maybe a game and a half, and he's always lethal. Assists, goals, the lot. Aguero. Again, one of my favourite players, but his game time this season has been about 1,300 minutes. It's about the same as Jesus. So I'm hoping Aguero will get at least 1 game, maybe 1 game and a substitute appearance. He's capable of coming on and scoring a hat-trick, as we all know, but he's also capable of being a flop, but it's hard to leave him out of your team. And thirdly, as a defender, or rather goalkeeper, I've gone with Ederson. Now, he's 6 million quid, but you can rest assured that he's going to play in goal for Man City. The rest of the City defence is very unpredictable. So those are my 3 men. Sheffield United, and don't forget, if Sheffield United win today, they go 5th above Manchester United. So you absolutely should have 3 Sheffield United players in your team this game week. And I've gone with Lundstram, who's been wonderful when he's been playing. He got a bit tired. He was left out for a few game weeks. But prior to that, he bagged 128 points. Now, a lot of you will go for Henderson in goal, 5.3 million, 122 points this season. But I've actually gone with Baldock and Egan. Now, Stevens is 5.2 million, probably a better choice than Egan, but Egan's 4.6 million, and that frees up a little bit of money for me elsewhere in the squad. So I've chosen 11 players from those 4 teams, and in fact, here is my squad on the screen. The only players I've not talked about so far: Fernandes from Newcastle. I fancy that Newcastle might pick up a couple of clean sheets. I've got the brilliant Alexander-Arnold, who I just can't take out of my team. I've got Cantwell of Norwich, and I've got Jordan Ayew of Crystal Palace, who I feel might pick up a few points. Now, I think next week I'll have to make 2 or 3 changes. I think Ederson is too expensive to keep in my squad. I'm not going to keep 3 Sheffield United defenders for the rest of the season. Ozil's got to prove himself, and Aguero, it all depends upon whether he's playing. So, look, those are my thoughts. My team changes all the time. Enjoy your fantasy football. Enjoy the Premiership tonight. We're going to do a little bit of a live stream. Shout out to everyone who follows me on Instagram, and especially to Mia up in Bolton. Cheers. This is Thogdad. See ya.